reason why we built FAPSCO is to unite the Filipino online professionals industry, to also promote collaboration with each other, and of course, we wanted to help produce skilled online professionals, specialists, and of course, leaders.
We've created POPSCO with a vision to become an organization that supports all Filipino online professionals to be successful in their online careers and businesses, regardless of their affiliations.
I joined FAPSCO because as an online professional who's working at the comfort of my home, I needed other individual can share with me on this freelancing journey.
The reason why we have built the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative is to help the ICT graduates, aspirant freelancers, and this is also to help them develop, explore, and acquire new skills when it comes to online professional industry.
Ang paglambo o kalampusan sa usa ka organisasyon nagadepende sa kalidad sa mga miyembro o mga lideres niini. Ang FAPSCO dili lang adunay maanindot kayo nga advokasya o misyon na matabangan kitang tanang mga online professionals na magkahiusa, mulambo o mutubo kita sa atong pagpanarbaho o pagnegosyo online.
FAPSCO for me is a digital opportunity for me to develop and share my skills.
I joined FAPSCO as one of the founding members because I knew FAPSCO is going to be backed by other veteran online professionals and freelancers, thereby having an experienced, solid, and passionate founding members that we have today.
I joined FAPSCO because the vision of the co-op aligns with my personal vision to provide much-needed support to online professionals nationwide.
I joined FAPSCO because the people that I've met have the same values, mission, and vision as mine, and that is to provide assistance, free training, and coaching to those who wants to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
I joined the FAPSCO community because it promotes collaboration instead of competition.
I joined FAPSCO because this is a group with a helping hand.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelance.
It's a great privilege to be part of the first national-based cooperative for online professionals. With a pool of seasoned freelancers, business owners, digital jobs, PH trainers, and trainees in our community, I got to connect with them and grow my network.
So joining an organization like FAPSCO helps me develop leadership and digital skills within an environment of my peers.
My FAPSCO family is a community that helps you nurture your skills and help you gain the knowledge and the skills that you need.
One of the reasons why I joined FAPSCO, it is important for us to have a network of people that could help us in terms of just simple advice.
So the reason why I joined FAPSCO is because it was founded by people who I trusted, people who already established in the industry, and they thought that it was such a great opportunity to be able to work with them.
I joined FAPSCO because it's the first national-based cooperative for online-based professionals.
So I joined FAPSCO because I love the values, its mission and vision to help more Filipinos.
Why I joined FAPSCO? It is all because the values, the mission of FAPSCO really aligned to my values also.
I joined the Filipino Online Professionals Cooperative because I wanted our individual reputations to have a collective reputation for excellence.
Well, the reason why I joined FAPSCO is to have a community where I can grow as an online professional.
The reason why I joined FAPSCO is to give back to the community and be able to help each other.
I joined FAPSCO because I want to share my skills and my talent with all online professionals.
The reason why I joined FAPSCO is that I don't want to miss the opportunity to join the first cooperative that is created specifically for online freelancers.
I joined FAPSCO because I can see that it will help me improve and develop my skills and my personality.
I joined FAPSCO because I am very inspired with their achievements and advocacy in promoting and helping Filipino freelancers.
Being a member of FAPSCO
surely brings a lot of wonderful memories on how I started out with my career.
I joined FOPSCO because I want to be a part of this online professional community where I can gain more knowledge, skills, and support from the group.
I joined FOPSCO because harmonious FOPSCO family relationship and understanding between business associates that bring me a peace of mind.
Why choose FOPSCO? They offer opportunities and trainings for freelancers.
First national-based cooperative for online professionals, which is FOPSCO, a community of expert freelancers in the Philippines, which gave me the opportunity to further hone my skills in social media.
I joined FOPSCO because I believe in the mission, vision, goals, and objectives of the organization to further enhance and develop the industry of online professions and virtual work in the Philippines.
I joined FOPSCO because I saw the potential growth is not just reaching one's goals and being successful, but there is camaraderie.
So I'm here with FOPSCO, and it is my way of paying it forward to the guidance that I also received when I was a startup.
Joining FOPSCO, I finally found my home, a family, a community of like-minded individuals who share the same passion, vision, and pains.
I joined FOPSCO because I want to empower my fellow freelancers to be the best that they can be.
That's a big, big yes. And we really are growing together, getting bigger and better for this year, 2023. Hello, world. Hello, Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Welcome to another episode para sa ating FOPSCO Academy. By the way, I'm yours truly, Celeste, and I'll be your moderator for tonight. Welcome to our new webinar series tonight entitled The Tips and Tricks on How to Pass the Civil Service Examination. Ito, grabe. Trending itong civil service kasi papalapit na naman yung another civil service examination which will fall on the month of March. So marami sa mga kababayan natin dyan na gustong mag-take ng civil service examination for a lot of reasons. Marami namang nag-try na nag-take ng examination pero medyo pumalya. So for tonight, malaking tulong po talaga if you're going to attend and listen to our guest speaker tonight who will give us the different tips and tricks on how we're going to pass this sought after, parang kinatatakutang examination dito, which is the civil service examination. Okay, so before anything else, let me establish first our house rules muna, ha? Okay, so by the way, we are live streamed sa Facebook at saka sa Kumu. And then, so first and foremost, yung house rule natin will be kindly put your phone in silence mode, and then secondly, mute. Okay, unnecessary noise that can interfere with our webinar. And of course, we are seeking for your active participation. So if you have questions, if you have takeaways regarding sa webinar series natin for tonight, feel free to chat in, i-send nyo to sa message box or chat box natin dyan sa Facebook. Okay, and also, yung lahat ng questions will be answered by our guest speaker. Okay, so hello everybody. By the way, paki-chat in na dyan sa chat box natin kung ilan ba, ano bang location natin. Okay, taga saan ba ang lahat na nanunood sa atin ngayon. Okay, so by the way, eto yung we have here, okay, so we have here June Balones. Hello. Okay. A lot of people are watching us from Bacoor, Cavite. Okay. So, yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, hakutin yun yung mga kabarangay natin dyan. Okay. Sa mga kapamilya, kapuso, kaibigan, mga ka-exes natin na gustong mag-take ng civil service. Okay, libreng-libre ito. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to introduce, okay, yung ating guest speaker for tonight para medyo mahaba-haba rin yung usapan natin for tonight. Kasi marami, hitik na hitik po yung ano natin, yung pag-uusapan natin. Okay, so without further ado, ang ating guest speaker started working online in 2018 after he graduated from the RISTT, now the Digital Jobs Program of the ICT. Now, to elevate his skills and get more opportunities online, he took up numerous certification courses to be a certified digital marketer in various training platforms like the HubSpot Academy, Digital Marketer, Udemy, and e-commerce, to name a few. Now, when he became an independent trainer for the Department of Information Communications Technology, which enabled him to travel in different rural areas in the Philippines, which started in year 2019 until now. Because of this, he was then invited to become a resource person to numerous speaking engagement of some iba't ibang mga agencies at saka industries, okay, in support and to promote the FOPSCO, or the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative, whom he is a founding member and now a member of the board. And now, with his passion for learning and teaching, he founded and created, ito po yung FOPSCO Academy at FOPSCO Media. Siya po ang dahilan. Okay, and ang reason po nito is to help the FOPSCO member, yung TICT graduates, and yung mga aspiring freelancers to develop, upskill, and explore more about the freelancing industry. And this is how he sees to pay forward sa community by growing together. Okay, now, are you thinking of taking the civil service exam? Then we've got you covered with our guest speaker for tonight, none other than our Budol King na tinatawag, Sir Dennis Fagio. Hello, Sir Dennis. Good evening.
Okay, hello everyone. Magandang gabi. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Partner, can you hear me loud and clear just to make sure?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Klaro-klaro pati video. Kumusta, sir?
Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. Yeah, fighting. If you're gonna ask kung kumusta ako, fighting tayo. So I hope everyone is safe kung nasaan man kayong lugar. Whatever yung mga weather natin na naranasan ngayon, laban lang. I would like to say hi sa aking SMM Alang-Alang. Actually, medyo struggle ang location nila, especially non-stop talaga yung ulan dun sa kanila. Sa Tacloban yun. And also, my Dinagat Island class, I hope laban lang, konting TS na lang. So, matatapos na rin tayo. We are just waiting for the final date for our graduation. And bago ang lahat, kasi isa to sa mga nabanggit ko sa kanila na magbibigay ako at mag-share ako ng what I know with this civil service examination. So, the purpose of this one is to give awareness, and at the same time, magbigay din ako ng konting tips and techniques when it comes to this so-called controversial CSE, of course, from the CSC, Civil Service Examination. So I hope na excited na rin kayo sa ating mga matututunan, kung meron man kayong matututunan. And feel free also to type in, chat in, comment kayo sa chat box. If you have questions, feel free to chat in. Let's have a collaborative na communication then in terms of this topic. I'll do my best na masagot ko lahat ng mga tanong nyo. Go ahead. Thank you, partner, for that introduction. Maraming salamat. Maybe meron kang gustong batiin. Okay, nakikita ko yung iba.
Yes,
Mukhang mas
sir.
sikat yung host. Ang daming...
Come on. Hello, sir. Okay, so before you give us your your presentation, may nagpapabauti. Short art daw. Sabi ni Atong Padapatan Aguam from Iligan City. Hello po. Thank you for joining
Hello,
us.
everyone.
From kay June Balones, suki na natin to from Liluan, Southern
Liluan City.
Kay Edwin Momo. Good evening daw, sir.
Hi, Sir Edwin.
Eto pa, nagpapabate. Itong yung beautiful, makulit, si Eloisa. Eloisa, at saka si Anne Lorraine. Hello, they are from Cavite. And then from DJ Pearl. At saka eto, nagpapabate, shoutout daw. And, Sir Mark, yung pasalubong ko, nakalimutan mo ipadala sa akin. Peace. Okay, so... Huwag na nating patagalin, Sir Dance. Alam nating yung oras natin is kulang. So,
definitely.
Isiksik na natin to ang malaman ito. The stage is yours, Sir Dance. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Ms. Celeste. Okay, so kung may mga questions sa comment section, feel free to butt in, partner, para mas masagot natin in real time. And if you are watching right now, huwag kang mahiya, type mo lahat ng gusto mong itanong about civil service. Sasagutin natin yan. But with that, please allow me to share my screen. I don't have access to share. Let's just wait for a while lang muna.
Nakikiusap ako sa Popsco Media.
Thank you very much. So we have 24,000 watching on our live. Hello, magandang gabi. Relax lang kayo dyan. Feel free to comment kung may gusto kayong itanong. Finally, I have my sharing access. So share na ako. Partner, can you see my screen? I hope nakikita na.
Yes. Affirmative. Okay na po.
Affirmative. Okay, I'm actually waiting for the live. Okay, finally meron na. So welcome. So I hope na may makuha kayong mga tips and tricks for today's video. So welcome. So yeah, napakilala na ako kanina ni partner. So I am one of the DICT trainers also. And bago ako maging isang ganap na freelancer, ako po ay nagtuturo sa CIVAS Review and Language Review Center. So matagal akong nanatili sa review, especially when it comes to topic for tonight, civil service exam. So I cater one-on-one, twin package, and also group classes. So yun ang hina-handle ko. Okay, so to proceed with what are you going to learn for tonight, syempre ano nga ba yung CSC, which is the Career Service Examination being under by the Civil Service Commission. Ano nga bang meron dyan? And what are the 7 things to do before the Civil Service exam? Ano nga ba yung dapat nating i-prepare bago mag-exam? And of course, during the examination, ano nga ba yung dapat natin hindi kalimutan? Okay? So I hope game na kayo. So I'll be asking for type in sa chat box game para makita ko kung kayo ay ready na. So yeah, definitely. Game na. Okay. Definitely, ang ating civil service exam, ginagamit natin si eligibility simply because if we are going to enter when it comes to the government. So kasi isa to sa mga qualification for some departments. Okay, by the way hindi po ako affiliated sa Civil Service Commission. Disclaimer lang po. Hindi ko rin po pinopromote si Civil Service Commission. It's just that this is one of my advocacy talaga to share and you be aware what or you are going to do when it comes to civil service exam. So yeah, ang civil service exam has 2 types. So meron tayong tinatawag na professional and sub-pro. So as you can see, andito yung scope ng ating professional level of exam. So merong 4 category, okay, which are numerical ability, so more on math yan. And then analytical ability, so more on English. Actually, pasok din siya ang logic, yes, definitely. Verbal ability, that has something to do with English talaga. General information, pasok naman dito yung Philippine Constitution, Code of Conduct, Peace and Human Rights, and Environment Management and Protection. So ito yung sakop or pasok doon sa professional level. The reason pinakita ko kagad to is simply because some of the examinees, hindi sila aware kung ano yung pinapasok nila when it comes to civil service exam. So you should know your game. Kailangan alam nyo kung anong war ang pinapasok nyo. And at the same time, huwag kayong mag-review ng basta mag-review lang ng lahat na gusto nyong ma-review or kung ano nang nakita nyo lang. Kasi you really have to make sure kung saang category ka ba? Are you in the professional level? Or baka naman sub-pro pala yung iyong kinukuha pero ang nire-review mo is for the professional level. And yes, definitely, ang civil service exam eligibility, marami siyang gamit actually for promotion. Number one yan, isa yan sa mga naririnig ko lagi when it comes to my students na nahawakan during the reviews. Ang isa sa mga factors kung bakit sila nagre-review is promotion na lang ang kulang. And one thing na I really advocate this one is one of my students, yung 58 years old na siya, and he is just waiting for the eligibility. Okay, para pag nag-retired siya, ma-promote siya. And yung promotion na yun ay yung hinihintay niya na lang ay yung kanyang eligibility which is from civil service. So, yun yung medyo may kirot sa akin. Okay, so those are the two types of examination. And of course, there are also two kinds of exam or setup, which are, yung isa is pen and paper test, which is yung traditional, and the other one is COMEX or yung computer-based examination. Kung saan you really have to go to central or sa regional office na kung saan doon ka magte-take ng computer-based exam. But of course, during our traditional exam, ito naman talaga yung mas marami nag-exam at talagang twice in a year siya ginaganap, which is the pen and paper test, which is during March at saka August. But for this March, ito yung pinakamalapit na schedule natin for civil service exam. So that would be on March 26 and Sunday lagi ginaganap yung pen and paper test. So usually those times kapag examination day ng CSE or ng civil service examination, Sunday yan, medyo matraffic talaga yung araw na yan. So give that time sa mga nag-e-exam. Bigyan nyo sila ng time para makapasok agad doon or makapag-exam sa araw na yon. So types of exam, definitely. So once you have passed the examination, ito yung kailangan nyong makuha. The passing rate is actually 80%. Actually, hindi naman kailangan talaga makita kung gaano kataas yung makukuha mong rate of your eligibility. What matter is, ang passing rate nila is 80%, definitely. Ang kailangan mo lang naman makuha dyan is the certification of eligibility. So whatever it is, it could be 80.01 or 80.02. Ang importante, makuha mo yung certificate na yan. For some, pag kukunin mo talaga yung result ng civil service examination, may 4 column yan. So once you have log in using your date of birth kasi ang kailangan mo lang para makuha mo yung result ng inyong civil service exam. So doon lumalabas yung numerical mo and then your verbal and of course your logic and then your general information. So sometimes, for example, yung verbal mo 78 for something or 79. So at the end of the day, at the end of the column, doon lalabas yung general mo. Ito total niya. I-average niya yung 4 category mo. So for example, if you're getting for professional, sabi ko nga, English, Math, Logic, General Information. So at the last part, i-average nila yan kung ilan ba talaga yung average or rating mo, which is dapat 80% and above. Okay, so they don't mind, not really don't mind, but kung ikaw ay naka 79.99, so failed pa rin talaga siya. Hindi siya nira-round off talaga. So yun yung mga instances na, sir, actually 79.99 ako, 0 na lang. No, kailangan talaga 80% and above. So this is what you're going to get once you have passed the civil service exam. So pag manifest tayo, makuha natin or makuha nyo to, especially if you really are a first-timer. Kasi kapag first-timer ka talaga, medyo kailangan mo ng guide when it comes to the civil service examination. So let's proceed. Okay, these are the things that you should really be mindful before taking the exam. So 7 things yung nilagay ko rito para make sure na Mag-notes kayo if you are watching right now. This is just so simple, but this is very important before the examination. Okay, so first and foremost, research. So you really have to make sure na mag-search ka based doon sa scope ng klase ng exam na kinukuha mo. As I've said kanina, if you are taking for professional level of CSE, then yung scope ng exam na yon or ng professional level, then yun yung i-search mo. So there are a lot of information that you are going to get, especially on the internet. So but make sure yung i-search mo or i-follow mo ay yung talagang valid or hindi yung basta lang na information. So you may find sa YouTube tutorials, you may also find sa Google and also sa mga group. Some of you, I'm sure pina-follow nyo na. Okay, si Team Laika, si Miss Leoneline. So sa mga groups, marami yan. In fact, I have experienced that also during my time na ang ginagawa ko, nanonood ako ng tutorials and self-paced lang ako. I have not attend to any review center, pero better pa rin naman kung may magga-guide sa'yo. It's up to you kung saan ka comfortable, okay? Kasi iba't iba tayo ng learning style. So, kayo ang bahala. So, but this one is very important that you should make sure na yung isi-search mo na mga materials is pasok doon sa mismong tinitake mo or pinapasok mong klase ng examination. It can be professional or it can be sub-pro. Okay. So, by the way, yung sub-pro, it's more on lower position. Okay. Pagdating, usually is mga clerk, mga administrative aid, yan. And then when it comes to the higher positions, those are the professionals. So it could be managers, supervisors, and etc. Or anything na nag-require sa kanila. Okay? So next, number 2 would be, please don't forget to review. Siyempre, may sinearch ka na, so you have to make sure, review those materials. So, sayang naman yung sinearch mo kung hindi mo naman siya mari-review. So, it's up to you if you're gonna have, sabi ko nga, self-paced review, or if you want na magkaroon ka ng review center, it's up to you. But usually, ang review center, ang payment, if you're gonna ask kung how much, that will depends on the review center. But usually, approximately usually mga 6 to 9. Mga ganun ang payment for them. But ask them na lang kung kayo ay interested. But usually yun yung range sa as a whole na rin. So usually not more than 10. Okay, just to make sure. However, pagdating sa inyong materials na i-review, actually mga basic lang naman or sometimes stock knowledge. Hindi lang tayo masyadong nakakasagot or nahihirapan tayo when it comes to the exams, or should I say, actually sa lahat ng exam, it's because time pressure. But later on, it's actually part of this one. So again, you really have to make sure to review the materials that you have gotten from the internet. Okay, it's up to you kung galing din sa mga groups o kaya sa mga tutorials sa YouTube. So, marami yan. Okay, so since I mentioned about time, so especially, karamihan naman talaga ng kumukuha ng civil service exam, sometimes may mga trabaho na sila. Or they are just waiting for the eligibility para ma-promote. Okay. Sometimes may mga kilala ko na mga students that they are working in a private company. Pero nire-require sa kanila yung civil service eligibility simply because their company is partnered with the government. So, isa yan. So, if you are in the situation that you have work and at the same time, kailangan mo mag-take ng eligibility, so you really have to manage your energy. Sir, bakit may energy and then may time? I always share this one. So, why? Say for example, you have an 8-hour job or meron kang duty na buong araw, full-time ka, and you have to make sure na mag-set ka ng energy or remaining energy, okay, from yourself, na to set time, okay, para i-focus mo yung energy na yan dun sa oras ng pagre-review mo. Okay? So, kailangan mag-set ka ng energy at saka ng oras sa part ng pagre-review mo. Mahirap yung sobrang pagod ka na, okay? Why? You have the time, okay? It's just that hindi na kaya ng katawan mo kasi pagod ka na, so wala din. That's why I am reiterating this one that you have to make sure put an effort to save energy for your time of review. Okay, so I hope clear tayo sa part na yan. Okay, so as I've said, it's up to you kung nag-aaral ka man, kung natatrabaho ka man, but make sure na meron kang oras sa pagre-review mo. Okay? Next, calculate the number of days. Okay, so partner, today is January. Anong araw ngayon, partner?
24.
24.
Oo.
Okay,
So, ilang
so,
araw na lang.
Definitely. Kung January 24 ngayon, and then the examination will be on March 26, so meron ka na lang 2 months and 2 days. So, yung 2 days na, ano na yan, na spare time, actually hindi ko na kinakount yan. So, focus ka doon sa 2 months mo na lang. So, yung 2 months na yan, divide. Divide mo, for example, ilang weeks sa isang linggo. Ilang weeks sa isang buwan. So, that would be, for example, 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks naman meron tayo. So, for example, for the first week of February, focus ka, for example, for logic. Okay. For the second week, focus ka sa math. Okay. For the third week, focus ka sa English. And then for the fourth week, focus ka doon sa general information. So that's how you are going to calculate the number of days based on the category of your examination that you are going to take in. So very important na ma-organize mo, ma-calculate mo yung number of days mo. So, ikaw ang bahala kung paano ang diskarte mo. But at the end of the day, you really have to be consistent. Okay, maging consistent ka sa oras. Hindi naman kailangan araw-araw ka mag-review, but make sure, let's say for every other day, kau bahala, or it's up to you if morning or gabi ka or madaling araw, kasi iba-iba tayo. Ang pinaka-importante is the consistency. Say for example, sa isang araw, at least 1 to 2 hours ka, nagbibigay ka ng oras doon, focus on the review. So when we say focus, wala kang ibang iniintindi. For example, nagre-review ka ngayon, don't mind the notification that is actually popping out on your mobile phones, or meron sa yung tumatawag na hindi naman importante. Okay, so set aside muna. Just make sure na focus ka doon sa ginagawa mo. Sabi nga nila, like horse. So focus ka doon. So dapat takpa mo yung left and right mo. So pag nag-review ka, focus kahit na 1 to 2 hours lang yan. Malaking bagay yon. Okay, so let's proceed. Relax yourself. Okay, bakit may yourself? Okay, relax yourself, or just simply do not stress yourself. So, isipin mo na lang, this is just part of your exam during our college time or during our high school. Kasi pag masyado mong in-stress ang sarili mo, masyado ka mape-pressure. Okay? So, you have to make sure na, review ka lang. Okay? Keep it easy lang na you have an upcoming exam. Okay? But do not stress na kung ano-ano namang iniisip mo hanggang sa mismong araw mo ay hindi ka na nakapag-concentrate na mag-exam ka or magre-review or magte-take ka ng CSE. So, spend your time wisely. So, for your time, let's say for example, March ka magte-take, okay, this is gonna be the first take of civil service exam for this year, March 26. Konting manage ng time. Kumbaga, wag ka muna mag-social life. Kumbaga, iwasan mo muna kasi you have to set time for yourself. Okay? But do not stress yourself. Wag ka do not put so much pressure, okay, sa sarili mo. So, stressing yourself excessively can occasionally prevent you from showing up the examination. Nangyayari yan sa sobrang pressure mo sa sarili mo, sa sobrang binibigyan mo ng sobrang pressure. So, anong nangyari? Hindi kasi ako nakapag-prepare, hindi ako nakapag-review, hindi ko nagawa yung gusto ko. Until such time na, ikaw na sa sarili mo, tinanggap mo na hindi ako makakapasa. So, relax lang. Yung exam na yan, treat lang yan as an exam na katulad ng unit quiz natin or periodical test pagdating sa high school or college natin. Okay? So, chill lang pagdating sa sarili mo. Basta nag-exam ka, nagre-review ka, okay na yan. Okay. And of course, be exam ready. So, paano ba yung exam ready na yan? Okay. So, you have to make sure na physically, mentally, emotionally, kailangan ready ka sa mismong araw ng examination mo. Okay. So, as you can see here, you have to be prepared a week before the exam ready. Okay. So, what we recommend, hanggat maaari, ako personally, I recommend to my students na hinawakan ko sa mga reviews, maximum na yung 3 days bago mag-exam date wag na kayo mag-review. Okay? Magrarate lang kayo. Okay? Or should I say, a week before the exam, hanggat maaari, concentrate ka. You are actually mind conditioning, your body conditioning. Okay? Making sure na kayo ay siniset mo, okay? Mina-mindset mo ang sarili mo na you are going to attend for this examination that will be on March 26 and that's it, okay? Huwag kayo yung a day before the exam nagre-review pa kayo, okay? So a day before or medyo bit nyo pa, okay, it's a big no-no na habang nabiyahe kayo papunta sa inyong ONSA. When we say ONSA, that's online notice of assignment or kung saan kayo inassign na mag-exam. Huwag kayong magbibit-bit ng examination or ng review nyo ha during your examination. So, huwag nyo nang gawin yan. So again, you have to make sure be exam ready. So, get up early of the day. So actually, what I'm trying to say for this one, be exam ready. Pag-aralan mo, check mo ang sarili mo during the day. Okay. Kung halimbawa ikaw ay not a morning person or so you really have to make sure mag-adjust ka ng konti. Okay? So, alamin mo ang sarili mo kung paano ka kumikilos kapag may lakad ka ng umaga. Okay? What I want to say is also, during the day or sa mismo exam nyo, huwag kang masyadong ceremonious na ginagawa. Okay? Do not treat that day or that March 26 as special day. Kasi baka kung ano-anong gawin mo, baka there is a story doon sa aking class na during the day, ang ginawa niya sa mismong exam, gumising siya ng sobrang aga, okay? Nagtimpla siya ng gatas, pero hindi siya nagagatas, okay? So, although ang kanyang iniinom is just coffee, okay? So, ang ginawa niya kung ano-ano mga kinain niya, banana, gatas, tas hindi niya na namalayan sarili niya, papunta siya sa mismong online notice of assignment or sa school, sa ONSA, okay? School assignment kung saan siya dapat may exam, nagbabawas siya. Okay?
Oh my G.
So it's a big no-no that you really have to make sure na alam mo sa sarili mo yung routine na ginagawa mo, make it as natural as possible. Okay? Kasi there are instances na once na hindi ka makarating mismo sa araw ng exam mo or hindi ka makapasok sa before. Say for example, 8 kasi ang exam nyo. So 7:30 usually nagko-close na kagad sila ng gate. Okay? O kaya close na yon. So kahit na you are 6 feet away or nakikita ka ni guard okay, sa gate and then patakbo ka na once na naabutan ka sa kanilang oras ng cut-off sa pagsara ng gate, then hindi ka napapasukin. Okay? And another one, once na hindi ka naka-attend, forfeited na yon. There's no scheduling of your examination. So talagang it's now or never. Okay? So, and at the same time, napunta tayo doon, na-advance tayo, partner. But as I was trying to say is that during, your examination, just be exam ready. How you're going to do it, you have to make sure na iset mo yung mind mo that you are going to have the civil service exam. Okay? So, chill lang. Sometimes, yung mga masyadong chill lang, sila pa yung hindi pa nila ina-expect na humapasa simply because they are just of their mind lang talaga. Yung presence of mind nila nandun. Okay? So chill lang, exam lang sila. Yung masyado mong pinipressure at ini-stress ang sarili mo, mas lalo hindi ka nakakapag-isip. Okay? So this is just a guide for you. And of course, last for this part is samahan natin ng konting prayer. Okay? Nothing surpasses prayer. So as a result, you really have to make sure na ask for guidance din. It's up to you kung sino man ang ating above. Okay, but ask for assistance and guidance. So, kailangan mo rin yan. Pampalakas ng loob, pampaboost ng inyong confidence na rin. Okay? And for some, napapansin ko kasi, during their examination, may mga ginagawa silang ritual. Okay? So, later na natin pag-usapan yon. But, of course, in my case, nung nag-exam ako, okay, before or a week before the exam, yeah, I'd been to Baclaran. So, it's up to you kung pumunta kayo doon. Pero make sure na whatever you are going to say there, you really have to make sure na tutuparin nyo. Okay? So, we are done sa part ng ating before the examination. And now, let's transition to 7 things not to forget during your civil service exam. So, sa mismong araw ng examination, ano nga ba yung mga hindi nyo dapat kalimutan? Okay? So, very important to. Number 1 is valid ID. Okay, upon your registration, nag-apply kayo during your civil service, di ba? You paid for 500. Kung hindi 500 binayaran nyo, magsabi kayo. Usually kasi it's just 500 pesos lang. Pag pen and paper, PPT. And then usually 630 kapag COMEX or computer based, but it will depends. For some, update me ha, kapag halimbawa nagbago na yung sa COMEX, baka kasi may dagdag na or may update na. But as far as I know, 630. Okay, so valid ID is very important. Kung ano yung ID na present mo during your application, hanggat maaari, dalhin nyo yun. Okay? Pero it does not limit you na yun lang yung kailangan yung dalhin. So hanggat maaari, yung valid ID nyo, kailangan merong date of birth. Okay, that's why I have indicated here na meron dapat nakikitang date of birth. Kasi yun yung hanapin nila. Else, if your ID doesn't have date of birth, required kayo na padalihin or dalhin nyo yung birth certificate nyo. Okay, so for some, kasi na wala pang valid ID, birth certificate ang hinahanap. Okay, next, yung inyong ONSA, yung binabanggit natin kanina, and that is the online notice of school assignment. So usually yung ONSA, ina-announce naman yan. Ina-announce yan ni Civil Service Commission, and then check nyo using your date of birth and then kung saan kayo naka-assign. May link naman na binibigay sa inyo yan. And sir, ano nga ba yung ONSA na yan? Usually kung saan kayo nag-file during your application of Civil Service Examination, doon kayo i-assign sa pinakamalapit na area or within that municipality or ng isang region. Usually, hindi naman ganun kalayo. Basta dun sa pinakamalapit na open. Okay? So, yeah, ONSA. So, very important na hanggat maaari, mag-print na rin kayo. Okay? Dalihin nyo na rin yung ONSA. Okay? If applicable, hanggat maaari, print nyo. Okay? Next, syempre, yung binayaran nyo, nabayad kayo during your application form with your professional man or sub-pro. Okay? So, dapat dala nyo yung resibo. Okay? So, kayo nang bahala. I make it a habit na hanggat maaari lahat ng mga transactions na may resibo, akong ginagawa ko, pinipicturean ko. Just sharing. Okay. Next, black pens. Again, I have indicated here pens. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang isa, okay, kundi dalawa or more. Why? There are instances kasi na ang pen mo minsan hindi tumitintayan or kaya naubusan during or in the middle of your examination. Another one, make sure na meron kang extra pen, okay? And at the same time, mahirap kasi na bawal ka bawal ka tumingin, makipag-usap, okay, mga labet ng inyong co-examine during your examination day. So, you really have to make sure na focus ka lang doon sa mismong paper mo during your examination day. And that's why I am asking you, hanggat maaari, actually, I am recommending you magdala ka ng 2 or 3. Sir, anong klaseng pen? I'm not an endorser ha. So usually tested ko na rin kasi during my time ang ginamit ko is Faber-Castell 0.7 yung black. Black lang po ha, walang blue, walang red. Hindi rin po yung klase ng ink na yung sign pen na ganong klase, no. So kahit yung ballpoint lang, okay yan. And then, if you're going to shade for your answer sheet, you have to make sure na from the middle and then going outward, yung pabilog. Hindi po yung mula sa bilog, papaloob, or papunta sa gitna. So you have to make sure from the middle, going outward, wag naman lalagpas doon sa mismong bilog. And at the same time, if you're gonna shade, make sure na okay, if you're gonna change your answer, okay, wag naman sana hanggat maaari, okay? So, but you just have to cross and then shade nyo yung next na circle na gusto nyong piliin or yung mismong final answer nyo. Okay, so yeah, I hope na nakuha nyo yung pens na yan. If you have questions, type nyo lang sa chat box. Hello po. Ask ko lang po. Sige lang, mamaya na yung mga questions, partner. Nakikita ko nang pa-pop out. I'll just have to continue. Okay, black pens. So you have to make sure na damihan nyo yung ballpen, pero wag naman damihan. Okay, usually doon sa nagtatanong ko magkano, mura lang to, not more than 50 pesos. Usually mura lang yan, 30 plus lang. Okay, so black pens, please don't forget. Okay, now let's talk about water and food. Sir, allowed ba kami magdala ng tubig? Allowed ba kami magdala ng food? Yes, you are allowed. Okay. Water, you really have to make sure you have something to drink. So, any beverages or just water, it's up to you kung saan ka comfortable to drink with kasi mahirap yan na ang dami mong iniinom during your examination. Tip, please, utang na loob. Huwag kayong magsi-CR sa araw ng inyong exam. Pinapakiusap ko yan. Pag pumunta ka sa, okay, I've already experienced this story, okay, na during the examination, sometimes kasi naka-assign ka 7th floor o kaya 4th floor ng building. Huwag na wag kang magsi-CR or make sure, tiisin mo lang, 3 hours of your life, wag kang mag-CR. Okay? Ang laki ng mawawala when it comes to your examination or sa mismong exam time mo, sa duration mo. Why? Bababa ka pa lang, pupunta ka sa pinakababa, tapos babalik ka, and you are not allowed. Mapriso ka kapag wala kang kasamang proctor. Or, kasi meron ka, may ano ka may sasabay sa'yo or hindi naman sasabay sa'yo hanggang doon sa mismong CR but monitored ka nila. Okay, once you go out in when it comes to your exam, especially pag it's na CR, okay, andun maghihintay yan sa inyo. And yes, I am recommending you, huwag kayo mag-CR during your examination. Hanggat maaari, 3 hours lang yon. Okay? But you are allowed na magdala ng water. And then, yeah, gentle reminder lang, number 1 rule. Ang water, ang inyong mga iniinom, usually nasa ilalim lang ng upuan nyo during your examination. And of course, food that you are going to bring, those na hindi maamoy. Wag kayong magdadala ng maamoy o kaya malansa, maamoy. For example lang ha, no offense lang sa iba na mga favorite nila ang food. For example, durian, bawal yan. Daing, okay? Huwag kayong magbaon doon, okay? So just 3 hours, make sure lang na bago kayo pumasok kahit papano, may laman yung tiyan nyo. Okay? As I've said, I am recommending you pag sa mismong araw na exam nyo, huwag kayong kumain ng mga bagay na hindi nyo pa tansyado ang sarili nyo na ganun magiging reaction ng katawan nyo. Okay? Do not eat something that you have not yet tried. Baka kasi anong mangyari sa tiyan nyo kumulo. Okay, so I suggest dala kayo ng candies. So it's up to you if you to bring gummy bears, chocolates, or sometimes you have to spoil yourself, something na mapupush ng confidence mo during your examination or during your exam. Kaya bahala. Basta ang importante, huwag kayong magdadala ng mga maaamoy. Okay? Pinagbabawal nila yan. Okay? And of course, very important na present ka. Hindi magaganap yung examination if you are not there. And at the same time, when it comes to what you are going to wear, so bawal po yung naka-tsinelas, bawal po yung naka-expose o mga sleeveless, especially for our gentlemen. Make sure na dress for your comfort. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Huwag kayong magsuot to impress everyone. Okay, dress for comfort, and at the same time yung presentable. Okay, presentable, alam niyo na yung dapat at saka hindi. Okay, so hindi pwede yung mga shorts or mini skirts. So hanggat maaari, presentable, professional looking, but not to impress everyone. So simple lang, kahit nga lang mag polo shirt lang kayo and then pantalon, okay na yun. Okay, so yeah, yun ang nire-recommend natin. So make sure na sa araw ng iyong exam, kahit na, sabi ko nga, maigising ka na maaga, you have to make sure to take a bath. Mahirap yung nasa exam ka and then pagpapawisan ka and then alam mo hindi ka naligo. So, ang hirap ng pakiramdam. So, it will not boost your confidence. Medyo hindi ka komportable dun sa pakiramdam mo simply because alam mo na yung feeling, nanggagalaiti ka sa ano. So, as I've said, please, sa araw ng exam, especially ikaw, yes, you who is actually watching right now, maligo ka, kumain ka sa araw ng exam, and at the same time, make sure na kayo ay nakapagbihis ng presentable. Again, the word is presentable. Dress for comfort, but not to impress everyone. And of course, lastly, take time, okay, during the examination. Very important to. During my exam, kalahati pa lang. Okay, for example, ikaw ay professional, magtitake ka ng pen and paper test. So usually, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Ang iba, 1 hour pa lang nakalipas, nagtatayuan na, nagpapasa na ng paper. Parang wow, paano nila nagawa yun? Okay, so don't mind them. So you have to focus on your paper. You have to focus na matapos mo yung exam mo, huwag kang tatayo hanggat hindi ka kinakalabit ni proctor or ni instructor na, hey, your time is up and then akin na yung paper mo. So please, don't forget. Now, may nagtatanong, sir, yung sa picture, magdadala po ba kami ng picture? Actually, you don't need to bring pictures na kasi during your applications, di ba nagbigay kayo ng picture? And at the same time, yung picture na yun during your exam, ibibigay nyo yun, ididikit nyo yun sa mismong malaking just to make sure na kayo ay present sa araw na yun. So, ididikit nyo yun. So, do not bring extra. But if you have an extra picture, better. Okay, mas maganda kung magdadala kayo. Baka lang magkulang and at the same time, meron kayong extra. Okay? So, take time during the examination. Namnamin nyo yung oras. Namnamin nyo yung mismo exam nyo. Bago kayo tumayo, check nyo lahat. Make sure na lahat ng numbers, okay, lahat ng nasidan nyo lahat, wala kayong na-miss na item, okay? And talking about take time, my God, ang bilis ng oras, partner. Okay, ang bilis ng oras, so...
Yes, sir,
okay lang
Dance.
yan. Sige lang, mamaya na ako mag-final word. Maybe this is also the best time for us to take those questions. Okay, baka may mga katanungan para mas marami akong maisagot. So far, those are the before the examination and during the examination na mga dapat nyong in-note. I hope na pwede nyo ulitin itong recording na to or itong live na to. Take nyo yung mga dapat nyong hindi kalimutan during your examination. So I guess, partner, better if we are going to take those questions kasi ang bilis ng oras. It's already 10 minutes before 7.
Yes, thank you for that, Sir Dance. At marami tayo dito sa... For those who join us dito sa Facebook Live, by the way, pabati naman dyan sa partner natin na moderator, si Miss Sydney. Welcome.
Hi, Sydney.
Okay, so, Sir Dance.
Hello po, good evening.
Oo, Miss Sydney, may nagpapatanong dito from June Balones. Okay, Sir Dance, may nagpapatanong, how many items po ba yung sa sa civil service exam, both sa sub-prof at saka sa prof? And ilang items po ba per subject? Di ba naka-mention ka po ng subjects for the civil service exam?
Okay,
parang nilinaw niya. I mean per category daw, sir.
Per category.
Wait lang, mas maganda kung malaman natin kung ano ba talaga tinitake niya. Okay.
Okay, so better po prof at saka sub-prof.
Okay, kasi for PPT kasi, it's actually, for both sub-pro at saka professional, we have first 20 items for descriptive question. Yung descriptive questions na yon, those are personal questions. Okay? So, there is no right and wrong for that. It's just a matter of your personal information. So, you have to make sure na take time na bilisan nyo sa part ng first 20 questions na yon. For example, educational attainment mo, kailan, ay ano. Tapos, when was the year that you have graduated? So usually yung mga exams na nakukuha nyo online, yun din naman yun. Okay? It's just that you have to make sure na malaman nyo kung ano yung mga questions na yun, memorize. And then, doon sa part na yon, bilisan nyo na kasi para meron kang time to shade. So what I recommend, say for example, pen and paper test. So usually 170 items. Okay? So yung 170 items na yan, usually ang nire-recommend ko sa inyo, 'di ba? If you have 3 hours and 10 minutes na duration of time when it comes to PPT or professional, divide nyo yung number of time, okay, with the number of items. So, sige, share ko na rin. So, if we have 3 hours and 10, minutes, divided by 100, check nyo nga natin, wait lang, i-divide ko. Just to make sure lang, yung exact na average na itatagal nyo, okay, bakit, ilang yun? 60 times 3 plus 10, divided by yeah. So if you have 3 hours and 10 minutes, so that is 190 minutes divided by 170 items, then you are going to focus on a certain item for approximately 1 minute and 11 seconds. Yun. So you have to make sure na alamin mo kung ilan yung duration ng oras ng iyong exam and then kung ilang items. Actually, given na naman yan. Okay? So karamihan naman magti-take is PPT. And kung computer-based ka, actually, ganoon din naman. Mas mabilis nga lang talaga. Okay? But for now, yeah, thank you for asking that question. Mas maganda kung nagtatanong kayo. And as much as you can, sige, magtanong lang kayo. And then babalikan namin yung mga hindi maaabutan doon sa oras. But go ahead, partner.
Sir Dennis, may another question here coming from Mr. Ed Manyo. Hello po, Sir Dennis. Ask ko lang po, if pwede po ba akong mag-take ng professional examination kahit di pa ako nag-sub-prof?
There are excuses, not excuses, but exempted. Okay, may mga exempted na kasi pagdating sa civil service exam, especially if you are Latin honor. Okay, if you are PRC, okay, board passer na, so usually kung mga passer ka na, hindi mo na kailangan mag-CSE, okay? Kahit nga ikaw ay usually, ano pa ba, professionals, ng mga PRC board passers, hindi na nila kailangan, okay? Another one, yeah, yung mga doctors, nurse, RN, so they don't need CSE. So as far as I know, Sir Edwin, I licensed teacher, so no need for you.
Pero
Okay.
sir, for example, pwede po ba akong mag-take ng professional CSC kahit hindi ako nakapag-take ng sub-prof na CSC? Requirement po ba yung sub-prof na CSC?
Actually, pwede kang mamili kung anong exam ang kukuhanin mo. Okay, as long as you are Filipino. Exclusive kasi sa Filipino lang to. At least you are 18 years old. And yeah, you can apply for the civil service examination. Okay, kahit na sub-pro man yan or diretso ka ng pro.
Oo, thank you for that answer. May nagpahabol na question.
Go.
Sir Dens, ilang items po ba ang need namin maipasa for both for the professional CSC at saka sa sub-prof na CSC? Diba 80% yung passing rate? Let's talk about sa scores.
Okay, that's a good question. Actually, yan yung I cannot answer that simply because yung point system, it doesn't add, hindi yan dinidisclose sa atin. Okay? Usually, 80% siya doon sa result. Okay? Sa mismong way average mo. Okay? Kasi there are, as far as I know, I hope na ma-share din, ma-update din tayo, that there are items na may more than a point ang kanilang binibigay. So, we cannot, I am not the right person to answer that question, but as far as I know, ang rating talaga na dapat makuha natin is 80% above. So, if we're gonna rate, okay, for example, if we have, for example, 170 items, okay, times 0.80, so dapat 136 items ang makuha nating tamang sagot if we're gonna base sa 1:1 point sa bawat isang item. Pero as far as I know, focus kayo dun sa part ng general information kasi there are other points there. Tip lang po yan.
So, sa civil service kasi, most often than natin, Sir Dens, yung pinagbabasayan nila 1:1, diba? So, 0. Pero in reality yung sa CSC, weighted din kasi yung tinatawag natin. So, diba sa civil service examination, may mga subjects na iilan lang yung items.
Yes, definitely. Okay, for example, for this batch, ang daming math. Okay, sa this batch, sila yung konti lang yung math. So, swerte mo. And by the way, during the examination, for example, in a row, halimbawa si Miss Sydney, si Celeste, tapos ako, hindi tayo magkakaparehas. Usually, for example, si Sydney set A, tapos si Miss Celeste set B, ako set A. So, hindi tayo the same ng exam kahit na makita ko yung although you are not allowed na tumingin ng mga answer sheets kasi nga syempre, concentrate ka rin and then meron ka rin cover with your cover of your answer sheets. Okay, sagutin ko na rin. Just to add an information, huwag kayo magdala ng scratch paper during your examination. Why? Yung mismo,
Bawal.
yeah, yung test paper nyo mismo, not yung answer sheet ha, yung mismong questionnaire, dun sa side, pwede kayong mag-solve.
Mm-mm.
Do not write anything aside from shading doon sa answer sheet nyo.
Oo. So, yung scrap paper mo, dun na sa examination paper nyo gagawin. Sir Dance, another question from June Balones pahapon. What category is time-consuming or easiest or hardest category? So we can adjust what subject must be done first for professional examination.
For professional, I suggest unahin nyo yung math.
Pwede
Why?
rin, sir, di ba?
Why? Why I suggest math? Ang questions ng math, okay, once you have solved and then you are done with your solving, usually ando na kagad yung sagot. Okay? Sure ka na yun yung sagot kasi nga lumalabas dun sa options. Why math? Yeah, ganon. Yun yung aking point. Okay? But there are items na consuming siya simply because you don't know what, for example, yung nakalimutan mo yung formula, okay? So yun yun. O kaya pag alam mong lumalagpas ka sa oras, okay, and that's the time na move on. Ang math kasi madaling sagutin, especially yung madadaling, may ibibigay sa inyo na mag-given na mga madadali lang. Okay? Skip ka kapag alam mong medyo mahirap to, skip ka. Unahin mo yung madadali. Okay, just make sure wag kang magkakamali sa number or sa mismong item number. Okay? So, yun yung na-recommend ko, math. And then, unahin mo yung likod. Yung pinakadulo, yung sa general information, math, and then go for ang English kasi yan yung medyo time consuming. I would answer that. I would actually consider that. Why? Paragraph organization, and then reading comprehension, and then sometimes pasok na rin dyan yung logic. Okay, so kapag yung mga part na yan, medyo kung tumatagal ka, as I've said, the average that we have to focus on a certain item is 1 minute and 11 seconds. Kung lumalagpas ka na dyan at alam mong na-consume mo yung time na yan, move on ka na. Right, partner? Baka may tanong pa para mas maraming masagot.
Padagdag lang kasi, sa English kasi, ang haba ng babasahin mo. Even yung sir, yung sa general information, some of which, diba, napakahaba yung yung babasahin mo. It would really take time. And anything else, Miss Sydney? May pahabol ba tayong mga questions dyan?
Ay, sir, meron pong nag-comment na gusto daw po kayong maging mentor. So,
wow!
Sir, yeah, diba? Sir, invite niyo po sila
at
sa inyong exclusive group.
Yes. At saka dito po din, Sir Dance, yung suki natin, si Professor Ron, ang sabi niya, follow your intuition kung ikaw ay doubtful sa answers mo. Ito yung effective, di ba?
Okay, maganda yan. Sometimes, intuition mo, sometimes it works, yes. Or, there are choices kasi when it comes to civil service. So, once you have read the question, and then, doon sa mismong option, I always share this, yung 4 options na yon have the method of 50% removing the impossible answers. So, remove mo muna yung 50%, yung mismong, sa palagay imposible talaga na yun yung maging sagot. And then, you decide the remaining 2 option, which are, kayo bahala kung ano doon yung sa palagay mo mas malapit. Okay? So, yeah. Kayo na bahala mag-trial and error. Pero, yeah, I'm inviting you also, by the way, since nabanggit ni Ms. Sydney, join kayo sa ginawa nating GC. It's actually free review. Okay? Yes. So, we're actually offering this for free, sharing this, kasi nga, for the information of everyone, I've worked in Review and Language Center before ako nag-freelance. So, this is also one of my advocacy nga rin kasi nga natouch ako doon yung aking isa sa mga students na, sir, kailangan ko po talaga makuha ang eligibility ko. Kasi nga 2 years na lang, sir, magre-retiro na ako. Eligibility na lang kulang ko. So, medyo, okay. Yun talaga yung reason why. And until now, siya lagi yung iniisip ko. And there are students na nahahawakan ko 7 times na, 8 times na nagtitake ng exam. And then, ito yon. So the purpose of the group is sharing tayo ng kung ano yung mga tips, share tayo ng mga ideas, and at the end of the day, share tayo ng success nyo, and hopefully mag-share ka rin dun sa mga bagong magtitake ng exam.
Yes, Sir Dance. At sinabi niyo po kanina that we have a group para po sa free civil service review. Could you share with us, sir, kung how can they join po for those who are interested to join the free CSC review po?
Okay, wait lang, naglulod pa, partner. Okay, so join lang kayo sa ating civil service review group. Review support. Okay, wait lang. Open ko lang para mas makita. While I am actually pulling out our group na ginawa, bagong-bago yun, inactivate ko lang siya. Nagla-live po talaga tayo ng review doon. So we already have our day 0, the assessment, yung mga naunang pumasok. So feel free, panoorin nyo rin yung mga naunang pumasok doon sa review natin. And at the same time, andun naman yung live recording natin. So pwede nyo mapanood ulit. And at the same time, kung may mga tanong kayo na may kinalaman sa civil service, and then share nyo rin doon. Okay? So mas maganda kung lahat makakita or makapag-interact doon. Okay, so the name of our group is this one, Civil Service Review Support Group. So feel free na mag-join. So ito siya, partner. Mas maganda kung i-share natin sa kanila. Actually, searchable naman to. So visible tong group na to. So just type nyo lang. Nakikita nyo may picture nakalagay Free Civil Service Examination Review Group. So ito lang siya.
Yes.
Yes,
comment na din po yung link.
Thank you very much.
And then for those who are interested to join our free civil service examination review, again, libre po to. Magsisend po kami o sa Sir Dennis ng schedule kung kailan yung next natin na live review for civil service exam. Again po libre po ito. Kung may kakilala kayo na interesadong mag-take ng civil service o kung kayo man, feel free to invite them po. Okay? Anything else, Sir Dance?
Okay, yeah. Pagdating sa civil service, guys, just because nag-take kayo ng civil service, it doesn't mean na ma-hire na kagad kayo sa government. Just my final word, kasi it is one of the, some of the department requires that eligibility, but not all, yun talaga yung hinihingi. But it can actually give you an additional points, okay, and yeah, for your promotion. But just because you have the eligibility, hindi ibig sabihin nun is pasok ka na kagad sa government. Okay? Just a disclaimer lang.
Yes.
Okay, so for the other questions, better message na lang or share kayo sa atin sa group. Sasagutin natin yan as soon as possible. Basta pasok lang kayo sa group. It's free, and then, yeah, collab tayo.
Yes, at saka may nagpapatanong kung mamimigay ba tayo ng ng free reviewer of chores. Mamimigay kami ng free reviewer kasi part po yan ng discussion na gagawin during the review. Free review na gagawin ni Sir Dennis. Okay, so for those of you who have questions, feel free to join na lang po or message us dun po sa Facebook group for the free civil service review for the examination. Kung gusto niyo mag-take for the month of March, pwede kayo mag-join. Kung August niyo ang peg ninyong schedule ng CSC examination, okay lang po yun. Ms. Sydney, would you like to add anything?
Yes.
Hi, Ms. Sydney.
Hello, sir. Sorry po ulit. Ayun po, join po kayo dun sa group ni Sir Dennis, andun din po ako. And I hope, yun nga po, gaya ng sinabi ni Sir, mag-share tayo ng ating kaalaman para lahat kayo ay pumasa sa civil service. Ayun lang po.
At saka yung ano natin, yung day zero natin, sir, di ba yung goal natin, hindi lang dapat pumasa, maging top-notcher pa. Okay? So, mga Pops Lancers, feel free to like our Popsco Facebook page. Thank you po sa mga sponsors. Thank you for those who joined us for tonight's webinar episode. Okay, so for those of you na gusto pang maka-learn pa ng other na mga upskilling ba, other mga topics, feel free to join us po every Tuesday, Popsco Academy. Dito po, naka-livestream po tayo. And then if you're not able to join us, huwag kayong mag-alala kasi pwede pa kayong maka-access ng mga videos, naka-record po ito dito po sa Facebook page at saka sa YouTube. Okay, so please again, like our page, facebook.com/popsco.ph, and National Based Cooperative, asan na yun? For Filipino online professionals. Okay, you may also find us in Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And if you had some takeaways in tonight's show, please share this episode so others can also learn like you. Okay, for Popsco members who like to work together, please join our Zoom co-working every Monday until Friday. 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Just go to popsco.ph/co-working. Miss Sydney?
Yes, everyone. We are also inviting you to join Popscom, our exclusive community for our Popsco members. And we are also thankful for Popsco Media, our partner in giving you this wonderful show. And join us again next week for another show with another special guest.
Okay, and before anything else, before mag-end tayo, thank you sa Popsco Media, our partner in giving you this wonderful show. Join us again next week for another show with another special guest. For our Popsco family and community, let's keep growing
together.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. See you sa group.